So you feel everybody that's doing the looting is unemployed because if they wasn't unemployed, they wouldn't be risking their job or their freedom.
They wouldn't be, man. They don't want to be seen on TV. They know it's cameras everywhere, right?
Yeah.
There's cameras everywhere. Camera phone, cameras on all these business streets, industrial areas. Come on, Pete. Who's going to sacrifice like that? Not the person with the job. Not the person with the twit card. Not the person with the back card. Not the person at the local 315 union.
You're right.
It's the person that's unemployed. Well, look now, when the 10 o'clock news come on, watch it again, please. Look who out there. Then what is it doing? Tomorrow, the temp agents are going to be calling them because the industry is already calling the temp agents. Hey, we need, City of Oakland need this many more people to help clean up. So they're going to have a job at least for a week. It's creating jobs in these cities.
Okay, so you feel Ozzo Matic that right now that the rioting and the looting and things like that that's actually happening right now within our inner city is actually going to create jobs for individuals, and it's on, and you just saying only on the cleanup level.
Partially, I'm not saying that's the 100% reason why they're doing it, but
yeah,
that is partially that's the reason. Guaranteed. Okay, guaranteed. Yeah, they pissed off that white man and killed that brother, man, unarmed brother.
Yeah.
Just because he did some shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he did, man. You couldn't pin him down. You couldn't. I mean, he was coming at you aggressively. That you had to put that many in him.
Yeah. That
many though? Come on. Okay, I get that. So yeah, we all had that. And at the same time, what is rioting gonna solve?
Man. Hey, folks, you hearing it right here. You hearing it right here on the 24-hour network radio. Your man, he feeds Ozzm Matic. You know what I mean? We talking about Ferguson right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Ozzo, you know, with this being said, right now on CNN, we watching it not only happen like you in the Bay Area, you in, you know, Oakland, Richmond, San Francisco Bay Area, the greater Bay Area in California. We watching it not only take place in Ferguson, but in other cities across the country. Besides individuals going to be able to receive employment, what do you think about the law that they're trying to impose behind this Mike Brown incident with officers actually carrying cameras or having to have cameras mandatory on them at all times that's in automatic recording? How do you feel that that's going to affect everything that's actually happening? Or do you think that by them actually out there rioting right now, this is going to be another way for them to actually find a way to impose that bill or that law to pass?
Well, first of all, cameras being mounted on every law enforcement patrol car, oh, I'm with it. I mean, and it has to be on and fully charged or whatever the case may be. Everybody with that, because you know what I'm saying. Then we can see at all times how it goes down. So, yes, that would cut down them just stealing on us for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They get out the car, hey, buddy, I seen you doing that. And all the time, and the brother may get all right. They may get the fuck away from me.
Okay, so let's say this, not to cut you off, but basically from what I'm hearing from you, you saying that it would be okay, because as we see that these type of things and crimes is actually going to continuously happen, whether regardless to the race factor, you know what I mean, especially when it's a white officer or a Caucasian officer shooting an African-American officer, a male in the streets, not saying an officer or whatever, just an African-American period in the city or the streets in the community of our America. You saying we already know that this is going to continue to happen, but you saying by them imposing the cameras that we will be able to see it and things might be able to change. Do you think that we already know that even if we see it, that they're not still going to find a way to prosecute the actual individuals who just did it? Just right after Mac Brown was shot a while back, it was an individual, I don't know if you've seen the video, it was on YouTube and things like that. It was shared amongst the social media network where an individual was actually pulling in a gas station, if I'm not mistaken, and an officer, you know, the recording was actually taken from his patrol car where the officer was patrolling a little area. He was finna pull out of a gas station, a Shell gas station, and as he was pulling out of the gas station, he ended up backing up as another individual parked their car and they was getting out their car. The officer jumped out the car, hey, you know what I mean, freeze, well, you know, can I see your ID? And as soon as the dude turning around to go get his ID off his seat, the officer unload on him, bloom, 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 bloom. Here it is, all caught on camera, all on tape, you know what I mean? And the dude like, hey, what's going on? I'm getting my wallet. You asked me for my ID. And, you know, and it just goes on and on from there and to where, you know, the dude study like, hey, is you going to call a paramedic for me? Like, what did I do wrong? And, you know, and the officer still at the same time continuously questioning him about his ID and things like that, really not too much concerned about his well-being. You know what I mean? This dude was unarmed and everything. You know what I mean? It was caught on tape. But we didn't really hear too much more about that. You know what I mean? So with you saying that it might be a way for us to actually see it, do you actually think that by us seeing it, it's going to change? Or it's just another way for them to show us, yeah, okay, well, when y'all wasn't able to see it, y'all knew what ended up happening, you know what I mean, and then y'all was riding or whatever. Now we actually showing y'all that we killing y'all right in y'all face and still nothing y'all can do about it. What do you really feel about that at the end of the day?
I mean, I think the cameras will help change the officers, like I said, because without the camera, just think, you know what I'm saying? That's just one incident. That I mean, it's probably many more incidents like that, but that one in particular you're speaking on.
Yeah.
I think the officer just forgot the camera was mounted in the car, honestly, because for him to do what you just said went down. Man, what you doing? Let me see your ID. Dude, going to his car, because if he didn't want the dude to reach back in his car, he should have told the dude, stop, hold up, don't reach in there too fast, hold up.
All right, now, I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm gonna keep it a 100 to the point to where if I was an officer in this situation, being real, not to justify what the officer did, but me, my train of thinking, my thought process. How I think right now today. You know what I mean? Being honest. You know what I mean? Just being real. You know what I mean? Especially not only with myself, but with the listeners. You know what I mean? Being real. Given that situation, when the gentleman that got out the car, you know, the officer say, hey, can you get your, your ID or whatever? 9 times out of 10, an officer is thinking that he might be going to go reach in his wallet or whatever or in his back pocket to get the ID. Whereas this individual, just as soon as he said it, he just turned around real fast and rushed like he was trying to get something off his seat. That's the way it kind of looked it, to where the officer just boom, 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 boom. Now, that's really what happened. But they've been trained. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, me, given my situation and circumstances, you know what I mean? If I, given the officer, if I was the officer or whatever, untrained or whatever, I probably would have did the same thing that the officer actually did. But, they've been trained. They professionally trained, you know what I mean, to be able to handle those type of situations. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a complete difference. You know what I mean? It's just crazy overall. At the rate of the way things go.
On this video you're talking about, is there audio?
Yes, it's audio as well. It's complete audio.
You hear the officer say, "Hey, sir, don't reach in that car too fast."
He never said none of that, so he didn't have time to. This is what he actually said, and like I said, I'm not justifying the officer, not at all, because if I was, I wouldn't have never brought it up, because I didn't really feel comfortable how the individual got shot. When first off, you got to really even see the video to see that it was like this officer, or this video, the way that the video looked, it looked like this officer was looking for a problem. He just drove around, he looking around, he drive, he stop, he drive slow, he go, he finna pull out the street of a, let's just say 37th Street gas station. Let's say he dip in. Let's say he's coming down from Shacks. You know what I mean? He coming down from Shacks, going to 37th Street gas station. He dip in the gas station. He drive around the gas station. Now he's finna drive and exit out of the gas station on Cutting, though, right? But when he driving, finna exit out of the gas station on Cutting, he ended up backing up real quick. And then there was somebody that was parking a car and like in between the gas station stall, because it was all kind of packed, and then to where they could get in the door or whatever of the store. So he jumped out his car finna go in the store or whatever, and the officer like, hey, freeze, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere, like he just pulled back and dipped up on this dude that was already parked and getting out of his car, minding his business. He seen the police going outside, exiting, like looked like he finna go out cutting or what have you, you know? And next thing you know, when he's getting out of his car and he turned around, officer like, freeze, got a gun on him. He put his hands up. Officer like, hey, where's your, give you your ID or whatever. Dude, brother man don't reach in his back pocket. He immediately just like, where's your ID or whatever. In the process of what the officer's saying all of this, he immediately just, go back to his car and start reaching his hand in the, like on the side console. You know what I mean? And all you hear is blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And that's just what it was. That's just how it went. You know what I mean? That
incident is very unfortunate then right there. Because to answer your question to me, like I said, I think the cameras are mandated. Camera installed on to the the dashboard of each patrol law enforcement vehicle. I think it will help these officers, as far as
all right,
watching their mouth and what they're gonna say to the Samaritan or to the pedestrian or to the civilian.
Yeah, now that can work to an extent too. You know what I mean? But what about the dude right continuously after Mike Brown just passed? You know what I mean? With the incident with him, it was another gentleman. They said, I seen the video footage where the officers pulled up on him, and shot the man down in front of the store where another store man actually had called the police on him because they claiming that he actually stole something. And I'm talking about this wasn't even like a week or two after the Mike Brown incident, and police shot him down. I'm surprised you haven't even seen that footage or could recall that footage. You know what I mean? Because of how intense it was, and I know how you be watching the media world. So, I mean, with that being said, everything was caught on camera. The dude didn't have no weapon. He was completely feet away from the officers. The officers pulled up to the scene. Dude like, I ain't tripping. I ain't did nothing. I'm waiting on the police. Y'all gonna call the police? Call them, whatever. And next thing you know, the police come up. They draw their guns out on the dude. The dude, he makes some gestures or whatever, to the police, say some words to the police or whatever. Nothing majorly. He ain't show no weapons or no threatening or nothing like that. And next thing you know, they just unload on him. You know what I mean? Period, point blank. And it's actually, just like you said, the cameras is completely there. Now, it wasn't they cameras that actually caught it, but it was individuals there that had their, cell phones up the whole time while it was, taking place. So it's like, to me, with the laws that's being imposed, it's like, okay, when this incident go down, like with Mike Brown, and a lot of other African Americans or whoever that actually touch us to make us really feel what's going on and make us want to vote a certain way, I kind of feel that there's, another agenda behind all of this. You know what I mean? There's something else behind it. You know what I mean? I honestly think and feel that, okay, like you say, it's cool for the officers to be able to be recorded so that the pedestrians or the people in the public to be able to, have some kind of fight. You know what I mean? But, hey, as you see, we don't have a fight already. You know what I mean? It ain't really going to change. It's going to be bent to benefit them. You know what I mean? The law is going to be imposed to benefit them. You know what I mean? To have their back, not to have ours. You know what I mean? And that's just really what I feel. And then I also feel that they're going to impose other things inside these type of bills to where when you pass them, because of you thinking that you actually passing it for the Mike Brown law for, police officers to have cameras to be able to watch you at all times, 24/7, 365 days a year. But it might be to where any other camera anywhere else could be able to cover you and they could utilize that footage for whatever they want. And it could be invasions of your original, what you had privacy of, to where you don't have that privacy no more. You know what I mean? And see, that's the type of things that where when these type of incidents actually happen, everybody be real quick to want to pass a bill because of the actual things that they throwing in your face that make you feel like it's something that we actually really need to change. And what I'm speaking on is Mike Brown and these individual African Americans or other individuals that's getting shot you know what I mean, and the officers is getting off because the individuals is feeling, well, if we had a camera to be able to see everything, regardless to whatever they say, it wouldn't be their word against their word because the camera would be able to tell it. Well, at the end of the day, if they got the camera willing to tell it, but then in the laws that they impose with the camera to be able to tell it, it's all for them. You know what I mean? We lose regardless. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta really figure out, man, what's the real? You know what I mean? Behind all of this shit, it's kind of crazy.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. You say even with the cameras mounted,
Yeah.
they still gonna get off and get. They ain't gonna lose their job, or if they lose their job, they're gonna get a hell of a severance pay, but they ain't gonna do no jail time. That's what you're saying.
Man, yes.
I hear you on that, but I feel as though with the cameras being mounted, I think they're gonna talk to that individual like they got some sense instead of just like you saying imposing their will. Like, hey, sit your ass down. Don't motherfucking talking to people crazy. So I think that's what leads to the people you talk about probably.
Yeah, the inciting. So you saying by the officers actually inciting a person.
Yeah.
To make it one like right now on CNN. If you watching CNN and paying attention to what's going on, maybe I shouldn't be saying this because things could possibly happen to me before tomorrow. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, if you watching what's going on out there in Ferguson, the officers is actually standing around these places where they actually bomb these cars or whatever, you know. So it ain't nobody actually going to be that stupid enough to go do that shit right in front of the officers unless they connected with what they got going on, unless it's a part of an agenda, unless it's a part of a program, unless it's a part of something to push something. You feel what I'm saying? So that they could be able to push certain things on us. So I'm telling you, that's really what it is, bruh. At the end of the day, why did they take the media coverage away from the whole thing for so long, and then all of a sudden want to bring it back around this time period? Because they don't even have to cover it. If the media leave it alone, it won't be what all it is. Period. By the media.
You're right.
And by the media.
It probably wouldn't be no right. You're right.
Listen, I'm telling you.
It is perpetuated by the media. They do. They do.
Now, at the same time, don't get me wrong. The media is the ones who actually letting the public know what's going on. And you want the media. But it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about it. So then you have to understand who's the individual journalist that's actually out there reporting. What are they really passionate about? Who are they? Who's telling you the story that you're watching on CNN or on Fox News or on whatever news that you listening to or watching? You know, right now you listening to the 24-hour network radio, you know, E-Fees and Ozzo Matic. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I feel you though, Fees. 100% though. You understand? Because you're right. The media. It's like okay, because no one ever heard of this. Are they going to announce the verdict 10 hours from now? What? What you mean? What? 10 hours from now? So you mean the verdict is already in and they ain't even said what the verdict is? Oh, okay. So y'all, that also got everybody riled up, getting off work early or leaving school early. You know what I'm saying? And because they ready now, you getting them ready. You getting more and more people coming up, and you getting them ready. You getting them more juice to do something.
Just like I'm promoting a radio show. Just like I'm promoting a radio show for something.
Yeah, precisely.
And we only juicing y'all up because if it was the information that y'all really wanted, we could have just released that to y'all.
Yeah.
But we only juicing y'all up because it ain't going to be what y'all want. Yeah. For an example, right? Like how I'm juicing them up right now, and I'm talking about at the end, like, okay, everybody knows Shonda and this and that, and she know, you know what I mean? Everybody from the rich know about certain people. But at the end of my spiel, I put in there how she had to defend her brother from the Bernsteins. You feel me? Yeah. So I had to throw that in there as the juice. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That's gonna get everybody like, what's she gonna say? What's she gonna say about them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the juice. All the time. They ain't gonna get that to the end of the show.
Everybody probably call her, boy, what you be talking about? I know y'all aesthetic. You You know what I'm talking about? And that's going to do it. So her phone been blowing up the last 3 days. You know what I'm talking about? Her page inbox been lit up. Everybody knocking on her front door. All that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But see, this the thing though. This was so raw about us as individuals. Once you able to decipher all of this shit and be able to take it in, right? But then you figure out it's still nothing I could do about it. That's what make everything more fucked up.
You're right. You're right.
It's like at the end of the day, we can't do nothing about it.
Can't. You really can't.
So now that we know what they really doing to us, it's like, okay, so all of the rioting that's going on out there in the Bay Area, all of the riot that's going on in New York or, Texas or wherever else across the country is really nothing but to help them with their big agenda. For them to come in with these UN trucks and militarize and keep policing and shit, you know what I mean? Impose new harsher criminal laws on us and things like that, you know what I mean? And then come with, okay, we going to give them the camera laws, but then in them camera laws, there's going to be some other shit to where, when you was just walking down the street, you know what I mean, doing whatever you was doing with your girl, you probably gave her a kiss, they going to say that you was sexually something in the public and give you some old trumped up charge. That's the kind of shit that I'm saying that's going to happen with the laws once it's passed. It's going to be passed that everybody going to want to push it to push the Mike Brown. Yeah, we don't want to, this to happen. We don't, just like you said, we don't want them to be talking to us this bad, that bad. But then the law going to have some cold twist in that motherfucker to where any camera anywhere could be used. See, they going to say some shit like that. To help benefit, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-whoop, and then the terminology inside of that is broke down another way to where it's broke down another way, and then you got to go find that certain law or statute that they was talking about that it connected with to where all of this other shit now is informed and implying with this that y'all didn't know nothing about, and yeah, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, and another thing about the police, like this camera, like I said, that camera being mounted on the police vehicle. Here's an example. They just say me, Maury Shepard, Chris, and Sneed, and let's say Sharon. You know what I'm saying? We all standing in front of the barbershop.
Yeah.
Right? Right there in the hood, right? Dude, we chopping it up. Right? Here come rollers pulling up. What y'all doing just hanging out? What you mean? What we doing hanging out from, man? We just chopping it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. We've been getting reports around here. It's been trouble and all this, and people, snatching women's purses as they walk through here. Well, it ain't us, man. You know what I'm saying? We right here. We just chopping it up. We've been chopping it up right here, man. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just chop it up all around this neighborhood. No matter what we chop it up, when we see each other, man, coming from different directions, we all gonna pull up like this and say what's up to each other and engage in conversation.
Yeah.
So why is that a problem? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all the time, and from the police perspective, we the thugs. But all the time, all 5 of us got jobs and check stubs in our pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but they don't know that. They just know this area.
But see, the thing is, that go back to the profiling. And then see, that go back to profiling right there. See, everything you just said has something to do with profiling because of an area and things like that.
Yeah. But look, just to go further with the story, this never happened. But I'm just.
I know what you're saying.
I can see this happening though. Then you say, well, show me the check stuff. Man, I ain't got to show you nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not leaning on nobody. Probably standing here on the sidewalk with my tax dollars going to this concrete.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so why don't you come with me to the side? No, I ain't coming with you. Then he going to grab on me. Then I'm going to try to pull away. Then Then he gonna get his billy club and try to get me in the chokehold.
No, see, there it is. Already wrong. You went wrong already. They ain't going to billy clubs no more. See, they already whipping out their gun and just shot your ass.
Okay, there it is then. They drawing down.
They ain't going to the billy club in Patan. You already see. You expecting them to go through protocol. They going beyond that.
Yeah, okay. So that's okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, there it is.
You seen it right there in front of your own eyes across the street from where you live in Richmond, California.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I mean? I'm talking about, okay, there wasn't an African-American male that was shot, killed, dead, right, you know, in the streets of America, Richmond, California, that is. But I'm talking about it was, you know, another male, you know, did dirt wrong. Okay, he was under the influence of alcohol, may have had some mental disabilities and things like that. But, hey, who's to say the man was to be treated the way that he was treated? Now, I don't know all of the full details of the story and things like that, but once again, just like, you know, Judge, what's the brother name? Judge Matic just said on a YouTube video that I checked out. Since Mike Brown incident across the country, there has been a lot of African-American males getting killed by police officers. You know, I'm going to share that on your page. You know what I mean? I'm going to share it on your page, right? You know what I mean? Right now. You know what I mean? Right now. So you can check it out. It's just a 2-minute video, whatever, or so. You know, and he actually sent him, the president, and a couple other individuals had some type of secret meeting or whatever, you know, to be able to find out if they could, you know, figure out what they could do to help stop this, you know, madness that's going on. And it's kind of deep, though, you know what I mean? Because the way me and you think, you know what I mean, once you watch the video, you got to watch it and then listen to everything he say. And I'm talking about the dead end of what he say, the very last of what he says. It's kind of very important, you know what I mean? And it's crazy what's going on out here, bro. I just tagged you in it right now. You should have it over there, man, the way you could be able to check it out. And take a look at it, man. I mean, you gonna be shocked. It's only a 2-minute and 23-second piece, but it's deep. It's deep, bro. You know, he said, "Am I my brother's keeper, or am I my brother's killer?" You know what I mean? That's really what he talking about. Am I my brother's keeper, or am I my brother's killer? You know, y'all go Google that, matter of fact. You know what I mean? Check it out on YouTube. It's Judge Joe Matic, you feel me? I'm pretty sure a lot of you individuals just listening in right now may have seen him on TV and things like that. He got a, you know, a court show on TV, you know, public TV and things like that. Individuals could go check it out. But, you know, he got a 2-minute and 23 little second video that's actually out there in the YouTube world that individuals could take a look at, and it's very interesting, especially if you're African American. There's some information that he's sharing that you really want to take a look at. And if you know, an individual that kind of like to read between the lines, you know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I just felt that I read between the lines by just listening to what he said at the very beginning, the first couple words that he say, and the last couple words that he say. And it just made me feel as if, okay, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And we got to be prepared. But in the process of being prepared, there's still nothing we could do because we are the people. You know what I mean? We ain't the government. We ain't the ones in control of really too much of anything. So we subjected to whatever harsh crimes and punishment that they really want to impose on us. And that's really just the harsh reality of it.